battle tonight, but what was the difference?
It was just, probably like last week. As I said, I thought every game last week could have went the other way. When you get to overtime, anything's going to happen, whether it's overtime or a shootout. So I think we did a lot of good things again tonight. We weren't probably as good as we were on Sunday, but we still played good enough to win the game. We just didn't find a way to win the game.
Huge PK at the end of the game. Were you expecting them to come through based on their performance the last few weeks?
Yeah, Mike Weber does a great job with our penalty kill. He takes a lot of pride in it. He gets the guys to take a lot of pride in it. They've been fabulous. You never want to put yourself down late in the game. You can't have those penalties, but they happen sometimes, and that was huge because at this time of year you just have to acquire points. You'd prefer two, but if it's one, it's one. It was like that last week against Syracuse in the shootout on Tuesday. We felt like maybe you deserved two, but any point right now is a critical point, especially when you're down in the third period on kind of a fluky goal. You fight back to tie it. They have a 5-on-3 late. That could easily been a 2-point game for them and a 0-point game for us, and that kill got us that extra point.
And after that goal, did you feel any frustration, or was everyone calm and ready to just get back after it?
I think we've been pretty calm in hard moments over the last 15 games or so, trying to just continue to play the right way. The guys are starting to believe in who we are and the identity that we're fighting for. I thought we strayed from it a little bit in the second period tonight. I thought we were excellent in the first, probably deserved to have a lead. Didn't. And then I thought we were average or a little below average in the second. I thought we were pretty strong again in the third. You kill that off. You don't want to give up a goal there 4-on-4, so that was disappointing.
Clayton kind of got lost. I mean,
It was bad. It was bad coverage.
Does that sometimes happen though when this isn't the normal? Well, I understand that, but
no, you have four good defensive players out there. That's really an inexcusable mistake by all four of them. Poor defensive execution, poor communication. Probably communication more than anything.
As far as Yuri, he has that chance early. He misses. He's probably going to hit 19 out of 20 times. But he comes back. He has an assist. He has a goal. Just what's changed with him recently? Maybe the last 2 months, where he's found that extra level.
I think that's, he's just coming to work every day. He's going in the shooting room. He's putting the work into practice. His practice habits are just so far better than they were in October. It's not even close. So in October, I might have to make him redo 25% of the drills that we would do, because not that he's not trying. He was trying. He always tries. He's a competitive kid. He was not doing it right. He was sloppy and attention to detail. Things that you can get away with when you're a young, skilled player, and things that get exposed at this level and really get exposed at the next level. And very seldom now in practice do you have to draw things to his attention, because he's taken ownership of his habits, of his work, of his competitiveness. I think Saturday was a great example of that. I thought he was really good Tuesday and Friday. Saturday he had a poor game. I didn't need to say anything to him. And Sunday he responded with a really strong game because he knew Saturday wasn't to his standard. So he's just risen his daily standard, and his play has come along with it.
He did play center earlier in the year, right?
He's played center off and on. We had him at center another stint. I can't remember when it was. It was probably a 10-game stint at some point in the year, certainly in the second half somewhere. Then back to wing, and then we're short right now with Byro out, and it just makes sense to have him back at center. Center, it's funny. Sometimes center can be harder offensively because of the defensive work you have to put in. His offense has been excellent at center. There's times that at 18 years old, the defensive responsibilities, the face-off responsibilities against men can be demanding, and that's sometimes the only time he would struggle with center. But I think he's done a really good job with it. But again, Cooley is pointing a lot. I thought Roseanne was excellent again today, just like he was on Sunday, just like he's been most of the last 2 months. He's pointed quite a bit as well, maybe not as much, but I think that a lot of our young rookies, but those two in particular, are doing great things right now.
Why is he faster now? Who? Roseanne. Roseanne, or is he just finding open ice and knowing how to, I don't know, maybe it's my imagination. He's just so much-
I don't think it's your imagination. I think you're accurate. I think, number one, our strength coach, Nick Craven, is fabulous and does an unbelievable job. And I connected Nick Craven with the U.S. national team strength coach before the season to talk about training and adding muscle in season with young players, because that's what they do at the NTDP. You have 16, 17-year-olds, yet you can do it. It's just you got to put a lot of extra work in. And so Cooley and Rosie and Kozak and Kisikoff and Cedarquist and these young guys, they lift a lot more this year than Michael Mersch does. Matt Barkowski does. They're men. They're fully developed men. They need to maintain and to take care of their bodies. And all of those young players have added lean muscle mass in season, which is a real credit to their work ethic, but also a real credit to Nick Craven, the work he does with them. And so I think because of that, I think because of the way that we practice and we put them in uncomfortable situations, I think all of their skating has improved.